Reservoir Dogs.
Here we go.
Do I have to?
I think you probably remember it the best.
Reservoir Dogs was Quentin Tarantino's breakout film, you see. This is a film that follows a group of gangsters, okay? Just a big old group of merry men here who are just trying to commit a little crime. That's all they want to do. They just want to rob a bank, and things don't go so good for them. You see, things go awry, and they immediately suspect that there may be a rat amongst them. So much of the film is taken up by them chilling in a big old warehouse, trying to deduce who was the rat? There's a rat amongst us. Who was it? And we kind of just go with not much plot happens, to be perfectly honest. This is a character piece, if anything. Occasionally we'll see like flashbacks to like some of their lives, but overall we just kind of get to see these boys hanging out, being boys, I guess. That's about it. They all die.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them.
Mr. Pink is ambiguous, but
he's definitely in a car.
Yeah, you can hear them like screaming and shit.
You know, when I was watching the thing at just 12,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
it makes me think because they're talking, discussing, obviously upside of the
Yeah.
But I love 12 Angry Men, and I also loved this. I liked. I found it very funny that Quintino gave himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was honestly really happy with that choice. When I initially saw him, I was a little scared that he would, be a bit more of a focal point in the film, but thank God he wasn't.
Yeah. I'd say for me personally, I also enjoyed this movie. I realized by the end of it, like, I was just tensed up the entire time. Like, by the time the credits started rolling, I felt my body, like, relax, which, obviously is a pretty good sign that the movie probably did something right. But also, like, I liked at the beginning where it was, like, just a bunch of dudes sitting at a table, and they were just talking about, like, normal... what I would assume is normal conversational stuff happening in that time. And then, like, all of a sudden it cuts to them fucking doing robberies and shit. Like, oh, hey, by the way, these guys aren't actually good guys. They do bad shit. And to be honest, this, for whatever reason, reminded me a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5 story mode, for whatever reason. It's just a weird connection I drew. But yeah, I liked all the effects. I liked the pacing. I liked the acting. My acting was really good.
Yeah, the acting was incredible. They was all super well cast too. Like every character really fits it. It's incredible.
Yeah, 100%. I think that, like, I don't want to ride Quentin Tarantino's dick here too much, but I definitely think that one of the big selling points for his films is just how human a lot of the characters do feel.
Yeah.
Like, especially with, like, in a lot of, like, action movies, when people are, like, getting shot at or injured or something like that, I don't know, it doesn't feel, like, super real, but in these movies... Like, these guys are fucking grunting, they definitely seem like they're really fucking bad shape when they get shot up, so that's something I really enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah. But, and then, like, at the end, especially, where it was, like, the one guy is like, no, we can trust this kid, he's a good kid. I was like, you've known this guy for, like, maybe a day, like, maybe total, even. But it's just, like, I don't get why he defended him so much, and he's, like, choosing to shoot their, like, head boss guy for, like, trying to fucking kill him when he knows, like, he's like, this is the only guy I didn't trust, and, like, this, like, Mr. White, I think, was, like, the only guy, for whatever reason, that was defending him. He had, like, no reason to, and I think it's just because of, like, sharing the name, like, where he was from and shit, which is clearly what they were getting after, but...
Oh, I think it's more, like, he's very serious.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know how many people expect to fucking rob a woman who's driving a car, open the door, and then immediately you get gut shot by her pistol she keeps in her purse.
More people expected that, less...
Yeah.
Yeah, but... Yeah, and also there's another thing with the acting on that scene. It's like, he fucking shoots her, and, like, we know he's a cop at that point, and you just see the grief in his face. Like, he didn't want to do it, but he had to play the part, so he did it. And you just see the pain in his face, which I thought was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And they did, if this was a modern movie, they do stupid bullshit where he gets shot, falls back, and whatever, dramatic, like, orchestral. Nah, they just play it. Here's how it would happen. He gets shot, he shoots her, moments in space, and then he's in the car and they're going.
Yeah, exactly. They absolutely would have had, like, some dramatic music playing in the background as you see him, like, sitting there for a few seconds, really contemplating what he's supposed to do now, and...
Yeah, it's very real.
Take out his diary and start...
Very based in reality, for sure, yeah.
Also, the fucking recreation of, like, the bathroom scene.
What was it, Jackson?
I was gonna say the bathroom scene when he was, like, going through. The cut to him, like, describing his plan or like him, talking about it to the fucking gangsters. That was also a really well done scene. I really liked what it did. Like, felt like you were transported into a liminal space. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it took me a second to remember what the fuck you were talking about, but I get it now, Jackson. I get it.
I was first thinking you were talking about like I got squirt. You're talking about the undercover.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which, by the way, did you guys? Well, were you guys able to deduce before they got to it who the undercover cop was?
No.
I
do see now.
I feel like I might have had a thought where it might be the guy who's.
Yeah, I was like, they put him in like as a plot device for sure, and I was like, it's there's no reason for me to believe it's the guy that's fucking bleeding out on the floor, but I also like expected everybody to show up all at once, and then it would just be a big old like round robin argument thing going on, but that's not what happened.
Yeah. Also, the first scene, they actually describe basically everybody's character just in that first scene. Like, they even also describe the rat. I ended up figuring that out. Because the rat doesn't say anything, like, the entire time, except for when Mr. Pink starts talking about the tip. And then he, like, agrees with him. And then the second, like, Mr. Pink gives up his point about the tipping thing, gives a tip, he immediately backs up on that and, like, tells him, okay, yeah, Mr. Pink's the one that didn't give the tip. He gives him away. Because he's the rat.
Most of his talking scenes are just like
yeah, it's cool how he does that.
Yeah, they got the. I think when I was watching that, I think my assumption was probably that they're actually going to watch him.
Nothing.
That's what I assumed was happening as well.
But they did. I mean, I kind of believe that for a second, but they really emphasized, like, no, like, there were cops that were already there, and then more cops showed up. I was like, alright, well, just based on that information, like, I know it's a movie, but...
Very impactful.
Like, you would have thought it was exaggerated because, like, his adrenaline or something was going. But then it was, like, kind of confirmed by, like, a couple different people. Like, no, there were cops already there and the shooting started. Then we had, like, the psychopath guy that was like, nah, he just started fucking shooting people and he didn't have to. He was fucking psycho. So it was, like, chaos everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like how they fucking piece it together, like... There was like, oh yeah, he was psycho, he was the rat, he was gonna turn you guys in, he was gonna grab the diamonds and go. And the son was like, this guy literally said no, he was sent to prison, didn't say anything, got out and came back to us. You really think that he would betray us that easily? I'm like, oh damn, he fucking deduced that immediately and fucking got his ass, he's gonna fucking die here. And then we got that ending that I described. But I thought that was also like really interesting, like common sense, like people thing, where they just did some quick psychology check. So... I thought that was very smart and very well done.
Yeah, they could see every...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Still confused as...
You tend to not like it when people die, and obviously everyone dies. How are you about that?
Usually it's prefaced, like, I kind of got the hint at the beginning, like, okay, these robbers, shit's going wrong, people are dying, like, the plan is just not going the way it's supposed to be. There are supposedly cops after these people. I'm like, maybe one or two guys will escape, but, like, not everybody's gonna, stay alive. So I was kind of playing the game like, okay, which guys are gonna make it out alive, kind of thing. And, like, I wanted Mr. White to live. Mr. Pink, I was, like, hit or miss. Those are, like, my two picks. So, like, sure, like, I don't know. It's more, like, main character syndrome or whatever. Or, like, characters that have, like, some sentiment in the story or something to do with the main character. So, yeah, it didn't bother me.
I don't have any.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Great movie.
Alright, let's slap
Fantastic. How about these
ratings.
rankings then, boys? Dylan, what'd you think of it?
I thought it was... See, here's my big issue. My only Corey...
You want to give it like a D+, but like from a cinematic standpoint and everything, you want to say like an S+.
No. Like, I don't know... I feel like the chink in the character, like, with Mr. White... like his little thing where like he didn't trust. I thought that was a really weird choice. There's absolutely no reason for him to defend this guy at all because technically none of these.
He feels responsible because he got shot because he was basically like he was basically a father.
Yeah, there's like a younger dude and stuff.
Yeah, but Mr. Pink the whole time was like, we're supposed to be professionals, which I completely agree. Like these people are not supposed to get emotionally attached. Like they just got to get the job done and go. If somebody dies, who fucking cares?
And that's why Mr. Pink gets away at the end. He's the only professional.
You know what? Yeah, I'll pick it up just the 1/2 tier, and I'll give this movie an S+.
Holy shit.
Is there
He
higher than
almost
S+?
said F plus just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I felt my heart skip a beat. I was like, oh no, what's about to happen?
Yeah, I don't know why F. I don't know why F was coming out. That was crazy.
Jackson, how about you?
S minus.
Whoa. The Nikolai brothers, both in unison.
S plus.
Is this
Damn.
move stripe?
I'm gonna go with Jackson here and saying S minus.
Damn. I probably landed at an S plus still though, to be honest.
It lands
say
at an
S+.
S. It's an S.
Damn it. That's fine.
That's still, yeah,
It
3
could
S
have.
Could
pluses.
have.
Because I put in that.
No, S plus is the highest. Yeah,
Solid film though.
yeah,
it was
really
very
good.
good. I enjoyed it a lot.
If I may ask, what is holding you guys back from in the higher S tier?
I think the budget is a big part of it. It's just it's very low budget, and it's very obviously very low budget.
Yeah, this was actually an indie film, which would explain that.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was an indie film, but did end up getting a theatrical release. For me, it's more so that it just doesn't have like a strong like emotional core that really got to me. I would say there isn't like that special essence, you know, that really made me feel. And that's what.
Because unlike mine, you don't go around going, that's me.
Yeah.
I
To be
played
fair-
Mr. Pink when I first saw this, like, that's
Yeah.
a great time.
To be fair, the whole emotional core thing, I think for me was replaced with this, like I said, the tension and anxiety I felt throughout the whole thing. Like, I think that's a good thing to instill in your viewers sometimes, because it just shows that you're somewhat invested into the plot of this movie. But
That's
Yeah,
fair.
overall-
It's just,
overall
I
still
just
a
feel
really
like it
good
doesn't
movie.
have. I think it's a really stellar movie. It doesn't have quite enough though, like really stick with me. That was the big thing for me.
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm with Nick on that as well.